Hello everyone, Xander Gaming coming at y'all with another video today. And in today's video, I am going to give y'all a Seadramon, GigaSeadramon deck profile. This is going to be coming out in the next set, Special Booster 2.5. Now, we do have to wait a little longer. We did just recently get news that the Special Booster 2.5 will be delayed another week, so we have to wait a couple weeks till we get to play with these cards. But I do want to put out some deck profiles for everyone, you know, to kind of get some ideas on how to build a deck for MetalSeadramon, GigaSeadramon. Getting into the eggs, we are going to run one of the Chopmon. This Chopmon says all turns while you have another blue Digimon. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. We're going to run 4 of the Bukomon, which says when attacking once per turn, if you have 0 memory, gain 1 memory. If you do want to run the busted Bukomon at 1 of, you can. I do think the Chopmon does give you another instance of that 1000 DP that could come in clutch of, you know, getting over some of your opponents' bigger Digimon. And then the Bukomon just letting you gain that memory, is really good. Going into the level 3s, we're going to run 2 of the Gomamon and 2 of the Sangomon. This Gomamon just gives you the start of the main phase. You get to trash one of your opponent's Digivolution cards from one of their Digimon. Then this Digimon can't be blocked for the turn. And then on opponent's turn, when you would delete this Digimon, you get to play a Gomamon from the Digivolution cards. So just a free body to keep recycling back. We do like the effect on this card. Unfortunate that this one is not one of the Deep Sabers, but it is just such a good card. I think you have to run it in the deck. We are going to run 2 of the Sangomon, which I do love the inheritable of this Digimon being end of attack once per turn, gain of memory, which is really cool. You'll see that you have a lot of ways to recycle your Digimon in this deck by tucking them back into your sources or playing them out of your sources and getting to reuse their effects a lot. And then this is a searcher in the deck, being able to look at the top 3, add an Aqua or Sea Animal and its traits, and 1 card with Liberator. We do run Liberator Tamers, so you can search that. And then most of the Digimon are Aqua or Sea Animal because Aqua does include Aquatic because it is in the name. We are running mainly an X Antibody package for Seadramon. I do think that that is a new, interesting way to take Seadramon, and with GigaSeadramon being an X Antibody, we are focusing on X Antibody Digimon, so that is why we are running the Crabmon in his X Antibody form. This Crabmon is from EX08. This one's been out for a little bit now. It does have jamming, and it does give you on play one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn, which is really awesome given one of your Digimon blocker, and you have ways to keep your Digimon from being able to Digivolve in not be deleted in battle, which is exactly what this Crabmon does. It does say on play when Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon, one of your Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of your opponent's turn. It Digivolves for 0 on top of Crabmon, which is very important. And it Digivolves for 0 on any of your level 2 eggs that are blue. So this is really good consistency card. You know, if you have to go on the egg, you don't feel bad about doing it. And if you can go on a Crabmon, it's just extra free value. And he does have the inheritable when attacking once per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you get to draw a card. So it does help make the deck a little more consistent. I love seeing this Crabmon. It gives you everything you want in this deck, being able to on play and a win Digivolving effect. So when you play it from your sources, you don't feel bad about doing that. Coming to the level 4s, we are doing a split of 2-2-2 of 3 different Seadramons. I do think that this is a great toolbox deck. So in a lot of toolbox decks, you do want a bunch of different effects in the deck. I do think that 2 of the BT15 Rush Seadramon is awesome. It just have Rush on the body, so you get to come out and swing when you play it from your Digimon's effects. Or if you ever just in an instance where you have 5 memory, you want to hard play this guy, you don't feel bad about it. And he does give you the jamming inheritable, but we want a little more in our Digimon. So even though he does give you that generic rush, I think that running 2 of the promo Seadramon is essential too, because it has the inheritable your turn once per turn when one of your effects plays another Digimon. One of your blue Digimon gains rush for the turn, so you are able to turn a lot of your other Digimon into rush targets, whereas opposed that Seadramon is only himself getting to come out, which is very useful, but I do think having this inheritable on the promo Seadramon is really good. Plus, this promo Seadramon has on play when Digivolving one of your blue Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of your opponent's turn, which is such a strong, powerful effect, being able to give your Digimon blocker that can't be killed in battle. You kind of see where the deck is going here. You're able to do a lot of different things. And then I do think that 2 of this Seadramon is really important, being able to keep that jamming inheritable. This is the other EX8 Seadramon here. When attacking once per turn, you gain 1 memory. So say you give this one the rush. When you play it from the sources, you get to swing with it. You get to gain 1 memory. Maybe that is enough to able to let you Digivolve into your big guys on your turn. This one is really good. And we are running 4 of the level 4 Seadramon X Antibody, the new card from the Special Booster 2.5. The cool thing about this card is it still digivolves for 2 on any of your level 3 blue Digimon, which is absolutely important. And it does digivolve for 0 on top of Seadramon. It has a great, that when attacking once per turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, inheritable to let you draw a card, which is going to let you, see the cards in your deck, which is why we don't run a ton of searchers, because we do get a lot of draw in this deck. And then on play, when digivolve and return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So you always get that effect. You don't have to have the stipulation underneath it. Say they have a annoying pesky floodgate on the board, you really want to get rid of it, this guy lets you do it. He keeps going on though. Then if seadramon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Tamers can't suspend until the end of the turn. Really strong, stunning their Tamers on the board. You have ways to stun Digimon too. Really cool deck. You're gonna stun things, you're gonna play Digimon out, you're gonna rush the board, you're gonna control their board. You will keep seeing where this deck is going. Going to the level 5s, we are gonna do a 3-2 split on these MetalSeadramons. I do think running this BT15 Uncommons MetalSeadramon at a 2 of is essential, because you do want this on play when digivolving effect, which says by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, return one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is less than or equal to the place card's level to the bottom of the deck. I think you don't max out on this one because the MetalSeadramon, the other one that we're running, is a Deep Sabers, and this one unfortunately is not. And I do think the other MetalSeadramon is just better overall. They do both have the same inheritable, which is when attacking once per turn by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Unsuspend this Digimon, which is really cool, being in your 6s, being able to unsuspend, get multiple swings in. And if you're in your GigaSeadramon, you'll see later that he has Security Tap +1. So it is really powerful, but only 2 of this one because I do want to run the EX8 Aquatic Deep Savers MetalSeadramon. This one does have Deep Savers in the trait, which is important in some instances. It does on play when digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon, or one of your Digimon unsuspends, which is awesome. You're able to play him out, swing with your level 6. If you have the sources, play this out, unsuspend that Digimon again. Maybe when you swing, you get to unsuspend from the inheritables of him as well. This Digimon does it all, and it also has when attacking once per turn. If you have 1 or more memory, one of your opponent's Digimon can't suspend. So you can see we're able to tap down Tamers, we're able to tap down Digimon, you're controlling the board while putting out bodies as well. This card is absolutely amazing, and it does only digivolve for 3, which is really, really strong. Going into the new card, which is MetalSeadramon X Antibody. He is really cool. I like the prehistoric look they got to him. He's got like a little goatee going on. He digivolves for 0 on top of your MetalSeadramons, which is awesome. And he also only digivolves for 3 on your level 4 blue Digimon, which is also really, really good. His inheritable is really essential. We are running for this MetalSeadramon X Antibody for this inheritable, which says, your turn, this Digimon's attack target can't change. So they can't block you, they can't redirect you, your attacks are going through and you're going to be swinging into their life or their Digimon if you really want to. But he does have on play when digivolve and return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So you do always get that effect, which is really, really good, being able to clear any of their pesky bodies. And you'll see later our big guys can de-digivolve their Digimon, so maybe even once was a level 6 Digimon becomes a level 4, and now you're able to pop it with this guy. He also has, then if MetalSeadramon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon can't suspend until the end of their turn, which is really cool. You see we're stunning things here. We're able to de-digivolve, do all kinds of really cool things. I will touch on the MetalSeadramon Ace. Everyone's seen this card everywhere. He is so strong, can go in so many blue and black decks. He is our blast counter, our hand counter blast digivolving. You can do that for free or digivolve for 3 on a Deep Saver trait level 5, which is only that MetalSeadramon from EX08. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay 4 to digivolve into him, which you don't feel bad about doing that because it is such a powerful card. He does say on play when digivolving, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their play cost 7 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck, which is super strong. Being able to de-digivolve one of their Digimon and put a play cost 7 or lower to the bottom of the deck. Those can be separate Digimon. You can de-digivolve one, pick another one to put to the bottom of the deck. And then all turns while you have 1 or more memory, none of your opponent's Digimon can suspend. Which is such a good floodgate effect. So strong on your turn. Say you got, they passed you over 4 memory. Now none of their Digimon can block. Now none of them can do any of their crazy wind suspending effects. Really, really cool. And then if they ever have a Digimon that, say, has Blitz or end of return attack or anything like that, once the memories pass over to your side, even though it's still their turn, they can't suspend. So this guy just shuts them down. This strong card is so powerful, and it does have the special aquatic type in its rule trait, which is really cool, so we can search it. And the big bad of the deck is GigaSeadramon himself. He also has aquatic in the type, so you can search it. It'll digivolve for 2 on top of your MetalSeadramon, and then it will cost you 5 otherwise, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have other ways to reduce the digivolution of this card. This one's a doozy. 13,000 DP, which is really awesome. Anything that's over that 12,000 DP mark is really, really good. And on base of its body, it has Security Tap +1, Reboot, and Blocker. All 3 really good effects. If it didn't have anything else, you would still run this card, because those three effects are so good. Being able to swing for 2 checks at your opponent each turn, and then you know, put an opposition of a big blocker body out on the board. But he does have more when digivolving, when attacking once per turn from the Digivolution cards of this Digimon, so it's very specific that you have to have, you know, sources in him to be able to play. With MetalSeadramon or X Antibody and its Digivolution cards, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card without paying the cost. So essentially, any of his sources other than the MetalSeadramon X Antibody or the Ace, you can't play him, but everything level 5 and lower else you can play. So you're able to swing with this guy, play those Digimon out, and then also all turns once per turn, when any of your Digimon are played from Digivolution cards. So this effect does not have to be from him. If you play from any of your other Digivolutions, you get to de-digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon, and it is only once per turn, but this is so strong of effect because you can do this de-digivolve to first, and then play out, say, your MetalSeadramon X Antibody, which is going to return a level 4 or lower, or, you know, play out one of your other guys that return when they're level 3 or lower. So you can see how you're able to control the board. This card is so strong. Glad to see that we finally have him in the deck that we can build around. We are running 1 level 7 in the deck. I do think that it's nice to have a, you know, someone that has a little bit more DP if you're struggling to get over them. And then this guy is really easy, you know, to just digivolve for 5. You don't feel bad doing that. You're not always going to be able to DNA digivolve with this guy, but his effect is just so strong. You don't care if you have to digivolve for 5, because we'll get into it. You can DNA digivolve with the level 6 blue and black Digimon, which both of your level 6s are both blue and black, so if you ever have 2 of them out, that's just an added benefit for you to be able to DNA Digivolve into them. But regardless, when Digivolving, return up to 14 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck, so you get that effect regardless of if you DNA Digivolve or not. You always get that effect because it just says when Digivolving. And an important note to know about this card is it just says 14 play cost total. They can have a 10 play cost and a 4. Put them together, those are going away. Really strong. You can mix that up however you want to. Don't forget about that. I've seen a lot of people misplaying with this card, not doing that effect. But if you do DNA Digivolve with this Digimon, you may play up to 12 play costs worth total of Deep Saver trait cards from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without playing the cost. Now, not everything in this deck is Deep Saver, so you will have to be picky what you play with it. And I do know that this is more meant for the Seadramon deck as opposed to just a straight GigaSeadramon deck, but I think that this card is just so powerful, it's worth running in the deck. And he does have a nice Floodgate effect all turns while you have 1 or more memory. None of your Deep Saber trait Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects, which includes himself because he is Deep Saber, so they're going to have a hard time getting rid of this guy. And then while you have 1 or less, none of your opponent's Digimon can activate on-play effects, which is really strong in this state of the game right now with, you know, Medieval Gallantmon and all these crazy on-play effects going around, and their searchers and stuff like that. You get to shut them down. This is a great boss monster for the deck. I do think that there is room to run this at a 2-up, but you are running so many Digimon that you should see this guy. Oh, we are only running 2 blue scrambles, 2 mental trainings, and 2 protoforms. Of course, these are just good consistency cards for the deck. I do think that the protoform is essential in the deck, being able to reduce your Digivolution, let you recover. I do think the mental training helping you search through your deck a little bit is awesome, and reducing some of your Digivolution costs. Same thing with the blue scramble, being able to let you reduce your Digivolution cost by 3 if you don't see your protoform, which is very useful on those turns. And then, you know, also let you get a Digimon back and get a source back to the top of your deck. All great 3 consistency cards for the deck. But I do want to get on to the Tamers, and we are going to run 2 of each of these Tamers. We're going to run Davis and Yao King Lan. Davis, you know, just stands the test of time. This card came out in BT3, and it stays being one of the best blue Tamers. He does search you know, the top 3 cards of your deck. You get to add 1 blue or green Digimon. We don't run any greens, unfortunately, but we don't care about that. He's our memory setter, and if we're ever in a situation where we're just missing a piece, you don't mind playing down Davis to get a blue card to your hand. He does cost 4 in the Ja Queen line. She also does cost 4, but you don't care about that either because she has a great effect. She's also a memory setter, and she says, when any of your Digimon with Aqua or Sea Animal in any of their traits attacks, by suspending this Tamer, you may place one level 5 or lower Digimon card with Aqua or Sea Animal in any of your traits from your hand as any of their bottom Digivolution cards. So, when you attack with one of your Digimon in this deck, Aqua, Sea Animal, most of them, almost all of them are, you get to take a card from your hand and put it underneath one of your Digimon, which is really, really important in this deck because sometimes you do want some of these really good specific inheritables in your Digimon sources so that way you can get those inheritables, right? I think that she is a really good card in the deck, just a good consistency piece. When if you got a lot of cards in your hand, she does let you get below that 7 cards in hand spot as well to, you know, proc some of those when attacking effects you got. This is the deck list. I think that this is a solid deck list for you to go off of if you are looking forward to building GigaSeadramon. Leave in the comments what you guys think about this deck, what you would take out, what you would add. Are you excited to play GigaSeadramon? I know I am. I've been waiting for, you know, GigaSeadramon to come out for a while now. Please leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Peace.